How do you condition a dog to be okay with fireworks? Are you just playing fireworks on YouTube or something?
Pretty much, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so you start so quietly that you can't hear it on the basis that they can, and then, once they're okay with it, just give them some really positive experiences while it's happening, turn it up slightly. If they prick up their ears and don't do anything, just carry on playing, that's great. That means they've noticed it, but they're not scared of it, so you let them do that for a day or so, and then you go up a bit more, and you just kind of keep exposing them to it in a non-scary way, making sure they're doing something really fun and it's really positive for them until in the end it's a good thing. And you know what? My dog that I grew up with, Jazz, I don't know if it's because she was born in rescue, so they did everything right, everything they could possibly want to do with the puppy, they did, including all the good desensitization stuff. But she was also very much from working dog heritage, and she had an amazing ability to flush the fields that must have been in her DNA. It was in her behavioral memory, which was just incredible. Um, but if she heard a pop like a firework, or it's more often a champagne cork in our house, she'd go, "Ooh, ooh, 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 that's very exciting," and run down to see what's going on. And I don't know if it's because champagne means visitors, or whether it's because she's a working dog and, "Oh, oh, is that a bird?" Or whether it's because the rescues did such a good job with her, but she loved noises.
Wow. If dogs could talk, hey,
I know.
that'd be so nice. I mean, I used to watch Doctor Doolittle, Doolittle, Do
Too little?
Doolittle, Doctor Doolittle as a kid. I just think that was like, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
every kid I think wanted to be a vet on that basis. It's like
Yeah.
I one day be able to talk to them, but their eyes. There's something about those marble eyes sometimes that you just
Mm.
like. It's nice, isn't it? It's very sweet. Well, look, nowadays you're more into the supporting of vets. Tell me more about the sort of marketing work you do now, because I didn't even know you could specialize in veterinary marketing. But I see your
Well,
LinkedIn all the time, and it's just amazing.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of I sort of fell into it. So when I look back now, it makes total sense. But I mentioned I did English A level. I was also in the school newspaper. I was at university. I was the editor of the campus newsletter, and then I was working as a vet. I had a day off upcoming, and I got contacted from someone from school who worked for HealthSpan in Guernsey, and she said, "Oh, we need an article for our little like customer magazine that goes out, and it's just fallen through. And I remember that you're a vet, and can you help? It's 600 words. The pay is this." And I went, "Yeah, no problem." So I sat down and wrote it. I was like, I loved that. That was so much fun. I could do that again. So I started researching like, do people need people to write pet articles? And the answer is yes, they do, they did, and they want vets to do it because it's better, it's authoritative, it's come from a vet. So I started doing it more and more, and then when we moved here, it became like a large part of my income was writing, and then eventually kind of got too much work, so set up a bit of an agency supplying writers. And then kind of off the back of just having so much exposure, then you've got an agency of 20 writers all writing things, the briefs that come your way, you pick up a lot
Yeah,
about
yeah.
SEO and how articles should be written versus not, and you learn. And sometimes they come back with edits or say, "Can you add this in because it'll be good for SEO," or whatever. You just pick up a lot, and
Mm.
it kind of got to the point I was like, I know a lot about this
You're in
now.
marketing now.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
exactly. I'm
fell
here
into it.
now. I'm now a content strategist. And the company that I'm primarily working for at the moment is provides CPD to vets. So vets in the UK have to do 35 hours of professional development every year to keep current, and they sell courses to vets. So I help with that. I help mainly writing sort of articles about like how to really make the most of your CPD. Like it shouldn't just be like, here's 35 hours,
What
let's
does
tick up.
CPD mean?
Continuing professional development.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, just this kind of like keeping current courses, anything to do with being a vet. Basically,
Right.
you
And
take
so
courses.
obviously an SEO for the people who don't understand, search engine optimization. So the
Yes.
more articles you write for somebody, the more discoverable you are online. Is that how you
Yeah,
describe
sort of.
it?
So SEO is kind of, or certainly the way that I do SEO, there's kind of all sorts of little technical bits that I don't tend to have much to do with, except for my own company. But for everyone else's, it's very much like if you have an article, if you want to sell a dog bed, then you think about who needs dog beds. Maybe you have an anti-anxiety dog bed. That's a thing. Going back to dog
Wow. I
anxiety,
want an anti-anxiety bed if
they're
you could
really
do a human
fluffy.
one.
So you have one of those, and you can write about how great it is. You can write an article about the 10 best dog beds for anxiety. But then you can also capture the people who maybe don't realize that a dog bed would solve their problems. So you'd have an article like, "Why is my dog barking when I go out?" And then you have a vet write that article and it becomes a really valuable resource. But one of the things that you say is, well, it could be separation anxiety. And then you link to your dog bed. And then that helps people kind of move from that, I have a problem, to this product is my solution. So, as a company, my vets tend to write that kind of very top of the funnel kind of, these are the problems and how to solve them. And then the companies that we write for may then write articles that link and take people down this path that shows that their product solves the problem.
Mm.
Sometimes it's kind of less obvious than that either. So they might do just an article about like, oof, one of my absolute most hated ones is like, there's a keyword out there. Someone's been googling a lot of dog vomit color chart, and what they want is to see what different dog colors of dog vomit mean.
Fair point.
And the result is that someone somewhere in an office has gone, we should be writing about this because our customers will land on our website some more. So then they need a vet to write it.
Oh no.
And yeah, absolutely. We had a whole series of my dog ate, what should I do articles. And it was very formulaic. You know, we were given 50 of these a month for this company. It was like, my dog ate tinfoil.